It's Friday, March 12th. Let's talk Oculus. What's up, guys? Hope you guys had a great week. Now, before we get into the news, just want to touch base on some stuff that I posted earlier this week. Now, on Monday, I posted my episode on the VR Verdict podcast. So if you're into VR podcasts, definitely check that one out. It is available on all of podcast services, but I've uploaded it to YouTube if that's something that you're interested in. And also, on Tuesday, I released a video comparing the two most popular VR boxing games, Thrill of the Fight and Creed. Now, if you're into sports games, into VR boxing, or just in for a killer workout, then definitely check out that video. I had to do two fights that day, and it definitely killed me in terms of my exercise. So I'd appreciate it if you check those out. With that out of the way, let's get on to the news. And the CEO of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, you may have heard of him, you may have not have heard of him, but he did an interview with The Information earlier this week, and he talked about the future pipeline of the Oculus Quest system, including the Oculus Quest 3 and the Oculus Quest 4. He said he already knows what the Quest 3 and the 4 are going to look like, which is no surprise, but he also mentioned how he wants to bring eye and facial expression tracking to the headset. It's unclear if this will be a feature for the Quest 2 in the future. HTC Vive released their facial tracker a few days ago, which is simply an attachment to the bottom part of the Vive Pro. This is most likely a feature on the Quest 3, because I can't really see a spot on the Quest 2 that you could actually fit such a device on there. Like maybe you could put it on the facial plate, like have it incorporated into the facial plate, but then this is a VR cover facial plate, like it's not the official Oculus one, so it kind of ruins that too. So I would expect facial tracking to be in the Quest 3, and I would definitely expect the eye tracking to be in the Quest 3, because for the Quest 2, you're going to have to change the lenses for that to actually happen. Furthermore, Zuckerberg reiterated the stance of Facebook to keep Oculus VR systems as low cost as possible. He said that he's very focused on not only how to create a good VR and AR device, but also how do you make it a $300 device rather than a $1,000 device. I think that this is a pretty good deal. And I like his approach too. I feel like right now, while VR is still trying to get itself into the mainstream, you want to try and make it as low cost as possible, but also not just to make it low cost and low quality, you want to make it good quality. So it's probably not going to be as good as a potential HTC standalone device that they've announced that are coming 2021, but it's still going to be good enough to get people's foot into the door of the Quest system or of the Oculus system. Now, what I think also that this might rule out a potential Quest Pro. I think we had the Oculus Go, we had the Oculus Quest, and we had the Oculus Rift system. So we had like 3 different tiers of pricing and different markets as well. I don't think Oculus is going to go to that stance and have a split Quest 2 or Quest 3 and then Quest 3 Pro. I feel like that's not what they want to do. I think that all their focus is going to be on the Quest hardware, just on the single standalone headset, which once again, I think is not a bad thing. I think if you want that Pro version of a standalone set, then maybe this HTC Vive, whatever their actual standalone one's going to cost, I think it's going to be more than the Facebook headset, and I think it's probably going to be better quality, better hertz, better refresh rate, maybe a better ergonomic design and such. I think it's going to be better, but I think it's going to be much more expensive as well, probably double the price of the actual Oculus Quest 2 system. So let's wait and see on that HTC, but I think that will be the Pro version of the Quest that people are looking for. Now, there's one more thing to note about the Quest 2, and that is that the 120 Hz feature that was touted to come sometime this month in March, has now been delayed into Q2, and it looks like it's probably not going to be in Q2 either. It's probably going to be pushed back further. According to the Quest roadmap, which is available to all developers, support for the feature has been pushed back to Q2, and Facebook has listed this as an unlikely event. This is no surprise really. Bringing 120 Hz to a Quest 2 must be challenging, and I'll be surprised if they can actually pull this one off. On to some game news now, and Floor Plan 2, that's kind of hard to say, Floor Plan 2 is coming to the Oculus platforms on April the 1st. I haven't played the original Floor Plan, but essentially it's a VR puzzle game where players have to solve each floor of a building. The original game was available on the Gear VR and Oculus Go, and now the developer will be adapting their game to suit a 6 Degrees of Freedom headset. The developers also said that this game will be around a 4 to 5 hour experience and will cost just $24.99. Personally, I'm going to hold off until I see more footage of this game, but a puzzle game for $24.99 that is 5 hours long isn't such a bad deal, so let's just wait and see on this one. And finally, Zombieland VR has been announced for the Oculus platforms to release sometime this year. It's a wave-based zombie shooter. It looks similar to Arizona Sunshine, yet it's to the theme of the hit movie Zombieland, featuring the characters from this movie. It's hard to get excited for this one. We have lots of wave-based shooters already, so I'll have to reserve judgment on this until we get more details. Also, a little weird that there's a new Zombieland game when the last movie came out a couple years ago. And that's a wrap from me, guys. Not much game news to talk about this week, but to be fair, I have such a big back catalogue in VR so far, I'm actually not really complaining. I have so much more to get to. So, I hope you liked this video. I've been Dan. Thanks so much for watching, and hit that subscribe if you want to see more, and smash that like button so more people can reach this channel. I'll see you next week. Hit 'em out.